So at the beginning of the season, Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors were getting hyped up like crazy, with them being proclaimed as the best team in the league, and specifically Curry, with a lot of people calling him the MVP favorite and best player in the league. Well, fast forward now, and the Warriors are still one of the best teams in the league, but something has gone wrong for Steph. He's not been the same player, as he is playing arguably his worst stretch of basketball throughout his entire career. And in today's video, I'll be discussing why that might be happening. But before that, y'all already know the drill. Just hit that like button if you did, as it'll help out my channel a lot. And if you're new here, go ahead and subscribe, as I make content like this consistently. So just help your boy out and subscribe. And do not forget to comment your takes down below, as I try to respond to all of them. But with that being said, let's get straight into the video. Now, Steph Curry being in a slump is nothing new. All great players have them. And even as good of a shooter Steph is, who is undoubtedly the GOAT shooter, he isn't an exception. He's had some games and slumps like this before, like in the 2018 season when KD went down for a stretch and Steph really struggled for a bit. And I also read somewhere that Steph's slumps are usually mostly in December, but I'm not really sure that there's a correlation between those two things, as Steph was still struggling. We've seen him be in a slump in a few games at most, but this year it's been really different. Steph's slump started through mid-November, if I remember correctly, as it really started happening when the excitement of Steph breaking the three-point record was at an all-time high. And ever since that point, Steph's shooting has been streaky at best. He's currently shooting 38.8% from three this year, and an abysmal 42% from the field. And it was an all-time low for Steph in December, as he shot 37% from three, which for Steph is disgustingly low, and a horrendous 40% from the field. Now, the reason for this slump isn't very clear. It's possible that the hype of the three-point record put extra pressure on Steph to break it, which maybe messed up his rhythm. That isn't unusual as you might think, as Ray Allen also had a bad shooting slump right before he broke it. It could also be that defenses are just better equipped to handle Steph now, as players like Steph are a lot more common now, like Damian Lillard or Trae Young. And heck, it could just be that he's really missing his splash brother Klay Thompson, as he could really use the pressure that Klay brings, so Steph can have more space, as defenses know at the end of the day, everything goes to Steph. Now, to answer the question of what's wrong with Steph, I just think that it's a mixture of all the reasons I just laid out. Like I said, the three-point record really messed with Steph's head, and hoopers know that shooting is just as mental as it is physical. He's chucking a lot of threes, which is okay, but even with him being the best shooter ever, I feel like he isn't driving the ball enough or getting to the mid-range, as his first, second, and third option right now is a tough three-pointer. In the month of December, he averaged about 15 threes per game, which is simply crazy. But even when he does get into the paint, his finishing there has not been good. And like I said, defenses have caught on to Curry a bit more because they know how the Steph show works. But even then, I don't think that's the main reason. Steph is used to getting doubled and sometimes triple teamed, so that's not really an issue. And Steph also has been good at getting open looks, but he just hasn't been knocking them down. At the end of the day, am I worried that Steph is now somehow washed or something? Heck no. I think he's just really having his worst stretch of basketball probably ever, and I think we're just seeing that the super athletic and bouncy Steph, where he could really get anywhere he wanted, is kind of gone. And now he's just adjusting his game a bit more, but thank God for him, the Warriors are still winning, which just goes to show you just how good and how well run that team is. Because if they weren't, the Steph slander right now would be super high. It's also been a relatively small sample size, so if this continues for about another month or so, even when Klay comes back, then we can start worrying. But until then, I think it just chalks up to Steph playing some disgusting basketball, and hopefully he can snap out of it, because I think, speaking for everyone, we all want to see that MVP Steph again. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. I hope y'all did enjoy. If y'all did, please subscribe if you're new and turn on your post notifications to never miss any of my uploads. And don't forget to like and Comment your takes down below. But with that being said, I will see you on the next one. I'm out. Peace.